Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your breakfast choices could silently affect your health after 60? Take Sarah, for example. She never imagined that her morning routine of a simple bagel and coffee would land her in the emergency room. "I thought I was having a heart attack," she told Dr. Williams, clutching her chest. Like many seniors, Sarah didn't realize that certain breakfast foods could be more dangerous than they seem as we age. What you learn in the next few minutes could completely transform your health and vitality during your golden years. Today, we'll reveal 3 common breakfast items that might seem harmless, but could be raising your blood pressure, harming your kidneys, and even increasing your risk of chronic illness. This could be the most important thing you hear all week. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now let's begin. So what you're about to discover in the next few minutes has the potential to completely revolutionize your health and vitality, especially as you enter your golden years. Imagine feeling more energized, more youthful, and embracing every day with a sense of purpose and well-being. It's all possible, and it starts right here. But before we dive into these life-changing tips, I'd love to hear from you. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. We're building a community here, and I'd love to connect with you no matter where you are in the world. And if you're ready to embrace better health, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on content that can truly make a difference in your life. This advice isn't just for you. It could be the key to protecting your loved ones and giving them the gift of a longer, healthier life. Let's get started. 1. Processed foods. In today's fast-paced world, processed foods have become an integral part of our breakfast routine. Most American seniors, finding themselves rushed in the mornings, opt for the convenience of instant oatmeal packets, frozen waffles, or boxed cereals. They're quick, they're easy, and they seem harmless, right? But here's the stark reality. These seemingly innocent, convenient breakfast choices could be silently and slowly wrecking your health, especially after the age of 60. Take Robert, for instance. He's 72, and for years he started his mornings with a bowl of instant oatmeal and packaged pastries. It was easy, he thought. "I didn't even think twice about it," he says. That is, until his doctor showed him his blood pressure numbers. Robert, like so many seniors, didn't realize how these quick breakfast options were sabotaging his health until it was too late. So, why are processed breakfast foods so dangerous for older adults? Dr. Williams, a seasoned expert in senior nutrition, explains it in simple terms. These foods are packed with excessive amounts of salt, harmful preservatives, and hidden sugars, all of which wreak havoc on our bodies as we age. Dr. Williams goes on to emphasize that after 60, our bodies become far more sensitive to these ingredients. What didn't bother you at 40 can now become a ticking time bomb for your health. Let's take a deeper dive into what's lurking in your breakfast. That instant oatmeal packet you rely on for a quick meal, it's not as innocent as it seems. It contains around 200 meters of salt. Yes, that's quite a lot for a tiny portion. If you already suffer from high blood pressure, adding this extra salt to your body can be more dangerous than you think. And those frozen waffles you pop into the toaster, they're loaded with preservatives that can not only cause discomfort in your stomach, but can also exacerbate joint pain. What many seniors don't realize is that after 60, your kidneys no longer process salt like they used to. This means indulging in things like bacon or sausage for breakfast puts unnecessary stress on your kidneys and can further elevate your blood pressure. Dr. Williams sees this problem with alarming regularity in his older patients. But that's not all. The preservatives found in these processed foods are more than just an inconvenience. They can lead to inflammation throughout your body, and inflammation is no friend to anyone, let alone older adults. It can trigger heart problems, worsen arthritis, and even impair cognitive function. Many of Dr. Williams' patients report feeling significantly better and more energized after they gave up processed breakfast foods. The impact on their overall well-being was nothing short of transformative. Now, some might argue, what about those healthier processed options like breakfast bars or drinks marketed for seniors? Well, don't be fooled. Dr. Williams warns his patients about these too. Just because a product has added vitamins and minerals doesn't automatically make it healthy. The truth is that many of these so-called healthy breakfast items still contain processed ingredients that can do more harm than good. Take breakfast drinks, for example. They're popular among seniors because they're quick and convenient, but most of them are filled with artificial sweeteners, preservatives, and a host of chemicals that can disrupt your digestive system. As we age, our digestive system becomes much more sensitive, making it easier for these artificial additives to cause bloating, discomfort, and other digestive issues. Even those seemingly wholesome whole-grain cereals you've been eating might not be as healthy as they appear. They often contain hidden sugars and preservatives that are cleverly disguised behind confusing names. Dr. Williams advises if you need a dictionary to understand the ingredients list, chances are it's not something you should be eating. But here's the bright side. You can still enjoy a quick, easy breakfast without resorting to processed foods. It's not about spending hours in the kitchen. It's about making small, mindful changes. For example, instead of instant oatmeal, you can prepare regular oats the night before. Swap out sugary cereals for fresh fruit paired with plain yogurt. Even something as simple as a piece of whole grain toast with mashed avocado can be a nourishing alternative that's infinitely better for your body. Just ask Joan, a 65-year-old who has transformed her mornings. I used to think a healthy breakfast meant spending a ton of time cooking, she says, but now I make overnight oats every Sunday for the whole week. In the morning, I just add fresh berries and nuts. It's that simple. After just 6 months, Joan noticed a significant improvement in her blood pressure, and she had more energy to carry her through the day. Many seniors worry that making the switch from processed foods to whole, fresh options means spending hours cooking in the kitchen. Mary, 68, had the same concern. I live alone and I don't want to spend all day cooking, she shares. Her solution? She keeps things beautifully simple. She cooks plain oatmeal in batches, stores hard-boiled eggs in the fridge, and stocks up on fresh fruits that require no prep. I add plain yogurt and always have nuts in my pantry for a quick protein boost, she says. Now I can make a healthy breakfast in minutes, and I feel so much better. Dr. Williams offers some practical advice. Just 30 minutes of prep on Sunday can set you up for healthy breakfasts all week long. His patients who adopt this strategy often notice significant improvements in their overall health. Better digestion, more stable blood pressure, less joint pain, and more energy throughout the day. Bill, a 75-year-old, shares his own experience. I noticed my brain fog lifted after just 2 weeks of eating a healthier, unprocessed breakfast. He never realized how much those processed foods were clouding his mind. But the benefits didn't stop there. If you take medications in the morning, having a whole food breakfast can help your body absorb them better. Many processed foods can interfere with the absorption of medications, particularly those for blood pressure, diabetes, and heart conditions. And that's not something you want to take lightly. Remember, making this change doesn't mean being perfect. It's about making small adjustments. Maybe this week swap your instant oatmeal for regular oats. Next week, switch out that processed breakfast meat for a hard-boiled egg. Gradually, these little changes will add up to huge health benefits over time. But before we move on to another critical breakfast mistake that can seriously affect your health after 60, I want to hear from you. What processed breakfast food do you find hardest to give up? Share your experiences and let's help each other discover healthier alternatives that nourish our bodies and our futures. The 2. Foods high in refined sugar. Now, let's delve into the second hidden breakfast danger that many seniors don't even see coming, the excessive consumption of refined sugar. You might think that indulging in something sweet for breakfast is a harmless treat, but for adults over 60, it could be quietly sabotaging your health and setting the stage for serious long-term issues. Take Linda, for example, a 70-year-old who discovered the hard way just how dangerous sugar can be. I thought my morning routine was healthy, she says. A glass of orange juice, sweetened yogurt, and a fruit Danish. It wasn't until her doctor diagnosed her with type 2 diabetes that Linda realized how much sugar she was consuming every single morning. It was an eye-opener for her, and now she's sharing her story as a warning to others. Dr. Williams, an expert in senior nutrition, explains why sugar becomes even more dangerous as we age. As we get older, our bodies simply don't process sugar as efficiently as they did when we were younger. That innocent sugar spike you might have experienced at 30, it's now a much bigger deal at 60. Dr. Williams often uses a simple demonstration to make this clear to his patients. A typical sweet breakfast, think of fruit Danish or sweetened yogurt, can contain more sugar than 4 candy bars. Yes, you read that correctly. It's shocking, but it's true, and it's happening every morning for many seniors. Let's take a closer look at what's happening in your body when you consume a sugar-heavy breakfast. Within minutes of eating that sweet treat, your blood sugar levels spike. This sends your pancreas into overdrive, working harder than it should to produce insulin to cope with the sugar rush. The issue, however, is that as we age, our pancreas isn't as efficient as it once was. This causes unnecessary stress on your body, stress that happens first thing in the morning when your body should be gently waking up, not dealing with a sugar overload. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But here's where it gets even worse. Dr. Williams warns that about 2 hours after that sugary breakfast, your blood sugar will inevitably crash. This crash leaves you feeling exhausted, shaky, and ravenously hungry. The vicious cycle begins. Many seniors, feeling desperate for energy, reach for more sugary foods to pick themselves up. It's a dangerous loop that keeps your blood sugar fluctuating wildly and puts immense strain on your health. And it's not just the obvious sugary foods that are the problem. Many supposedly healthy breakfast foods are sugar bombs in disguise. Take that fruit-flavored yogurt cup, for instance. It might seem like a healthy option, but it contains as much sugar as a scoop of ice cream. And that morning glass of juice? Even if it's not sweetened, it still concentrates the sugars from multiple fruits without any of the fiber that would normally slow the absorption of sugar. Those breakfast cereals that claim to be heart healthy, many of them are loaded with even more sugar and preservatives than a chocolate chip cookie. Margaret, another patient of Dr. Williams, was shocked when she learned the truth about her breakfast choices. I always had a big glass of apple juice and a bowl of Raisin Bran, she says. I thought I was being healthy. Now I realize that was like starting my day with a dessert. It was a heartbreaking realization, but a necessary one for her health. The long-term consequences of these sugar-heavy breakfasts are particularly concerning for seniors. Constant blood sugar spikes and crashes put a tremendous amount of stress on your body, raising your risk of developing type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even cognitive decline. Furthermore, high sugar intake is linked to increased inflammation throughout the body, which can make conditions like arthritis even worse. For many older adults, giving up sugary breakfasts can significantly reduce inflammation and lead to improvements in overall health and well-being. But don't despair, there's hope. You can still enjoy a satisfying breakfast without all the refined sugar. The secret is to choose foods that provide natural sweetness, but also include fiber, protein, and healthy fats, things that help slow down sugar absorption and keep your blood sugar levels stable. Take Tom, age 68, who made the switch just 3 months ago. I used to eat sweetened instant oatmeal with dried fruit every morning, he says. Now I have plain Greek yogurt with fresh berries and a sprinkle of cinnamon. The berries give me that sweetness I crave, but I don't get that mid-morning crash anymore. My energy lasts all morning. Tom's story is proof that making simple swaps can lead to lasting improvements in how you feel. Dr. Williams also offers some advice on how to spot hidden sugars in your breakfast foods. When reading labels, look for words that end in osos, such as fructose, glucose, or dextrose. These are all different forms of sugar. Be on the lookout for syrups, honey, and fruit juice concentrates as well. While they might sound natural, they affect your blood sugar just like refined sugar does. And what about artificial sweeteners? Dr. Williams doesn't recommend them either. Recent studies have shown that they can still have an impact on your blood sugar, and in some cases, they may even alter how your body processes real sugar. On top of that, many seniors find that artificial sweeteners cause digestive issues, which is the last thing you want to deal with as you get older. So what can you do instead? Try these natural ways to add sweetness to your breakfast. Cinnamon, for example, is a great way to enhance the sweetness of your foods without adding any sugar at all. Fresh berries offer not only natural sweetness, but also antioxidants that are great for your health. A ripe banana is another excellent option. It's naturally sweet, and it adds potassium and fiber to your oatmeal. The goal here isn't to eliminate all sugar, but rather to choose natural sources of sweetness that come with added nutritional benefits. Your taste buds will adjust, and you'll start to notice the natural sweetness in foods that you might have missed before. Carol, 73, experienced this firsthand. At first, everything tasted bland without added sugar, she says. But after a few weeks, I started tasting the natural sweetness in foods like fresh peaches and strawberries. Now, sugary foods taste too sweet to me. It's amazing how your taste buds can transform when you start nourishing your body with the right kinds of foods. Remember, changing your breakfast habits doesn't mean sacrificing flavor or enjoyment. It's about making choices that help you feel your best, protect your health, and give you the energy you need to thrive as you age. Start with small, manageable changes. Maybe swap that sugary cereal for a bowl of oatmeal with fresh fruit this week. Your body will thank you, and you'll notice improved energy, more stable moods, and a healthier, more vibrant you. Coming up next, we'll talk about the third breakfast food that could be undermining your health after 60. But first, I want to hear from you. What's your favorite way to satisfy your morning sweet tooth without resorting to refined sugar? Your tips and ideas might just help others find healthier, more delicious alternatives too. 3. High-fat foods. Now, let's talk about the final breakfast danger, high-fat foods. While not all fats are inherently bad for you, certain fatty breakfast choices can be particularly harmful to seniors, especially those morning favorites like bacon, sausage, and buttery pastries. David, who is 75, used to start every day with his go-to breakfast: 2 fried eggs, 3 strips of bacon, and buttered toast. I thought I needed a hearty breakfast at my age, he admits. But then my doctor showed me my cholesterol numbers. They were through the roof. Like so many seniors, David had no idea just how much these fatty breakfast choices were negatively impacting his heart health. Dr. Williams explains why fatty foods can be so much more problematic for seniors. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down, and our bodies just don't process fats the way they once did. That greasy breakfast that you could get away with in your younger years can now wreak havoc on your heart health and energy levels, leaving you feeling sluggish and fatigued. The culprit, especially with popular breakfast meats like bacon, sausage, and ham, is saturated fat. These fats are known to raise your bad cholesterol levels, contributing to plaque buildup in your arteries. For seniors, the risks are even greater because your arteries become less flexible as you age. This means that consuming too much saturated fat can have an even more severe impact on your cardiovascular system. Dr. Williams often sees this with his older patients. Many of my patients don't realize that a fatty breakfast makes them feel sluggish and tired all day, he shares. High-fat meals take a lot more energy to digest. When you eat them first thing in the morning, you're essentially forcing your body to work overtime just to break down the food, leaving less energy for the things you need to do throughout the day. It's like starting the race without the proper fuel, only to run out of steam halfway through. Let's take Martha, for example, a 68-year-old who used to love her morning croissants. I thought they were lighter than bacon and eggs, so I figured they were better for me, she says. But those flaky layers hide a surprising amount of saturated fat. One butter croissant can contain as much saturated fat as 4 strips of bacon, Dr. Williams points out. It's a perfect example of how seemingly harmless breakfast choices can pack a much bigger punch than expected. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment too below to let me know that you are still here with me. Another hidden danger of fatty breakfasts, especially those laden with saturated fats, is inflammation. This can cause a variety of problems for seniors, from worsening joint pain to digestive issues and even an increased risk of heart disease. Dr. Williams explains, inflammation becomes much more problematic for seniors, especially after consuming high-fat meals. This can not only make you feel uncomfortable, but can also accelerate the progression of chronic condition. In addition to the physical risks, fatty breakfasts can also impact the effectiveness of medications, a concern many seniors face. Many seniors take medications in the morning, particularly for heart health or blood pressure, and Dr. Williams notes that a high-fat breakfast can interfere with how well these medications work. I've seen patients whose blood pressure medicine became less effective because of their high-fat breakfast habits, he shares. This is a serious issue that should not be overlooked. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up a satisfying breakfast. The key is choosing the right kinds of fats, healthy fats that support your body and help protect your health. Healthy fats found in foods like avocados, nuts, and olive oil can help lower your bad cholesterol levels and reduce inflammation in your body. These fats also help keep you feeling fuller longer, which reduces the temptation to snack on unhealthy foods later in the day. What about eggs, though? Eggs are often a part of many seniors' breakfast routines, but Dr. Williams says they can still be a good choice when prepared properly. The key is how you prepare them. Instead of frying eggs in butter or oil, try boiling or poaching them. One egg can give you a good dose of protein without the added fat. Helen, age 71, found simple yet effective ways to cut down on harmful breakfast fats. I switched from butter to mashed avocado on my whole grain toast, she says, and instead of fried eggs and bacon, I now have a poached egg with sliced tomatoes. I still feel satisfied, but my cholesterol has improved and I have more energy. Helen's story shows that with a few easy swaps, it's possible to have a delicious, satisfying breakfast while also improving your overall health and well-being. It doesn't take drastic changes to make a difference. Small adjustments can go a long way in protecting your health. The important thing is to be mindful of the fats you're consuming and to prioritize healthy, nutrient-rich options. Start by reducing the amount of saturated fats in your breakfast and focusing on healthier alternatives. Your body will thank you, and your heart will thank you too. Remember, it's not about giving up the enjoyment of food, it's about making choices that support your well-being and allow you to feel your best as you age. Small changes add up over time, and the rewards will be well worth the effort. And there you have it, 3 common breakfast dangers that could be quietly affecting your health as you age. We've talked about the impact of processed foods, refined sugars, and high-fat meals, and how these choices can lead to serious health problems down the road. But don't worry. There are healthier, delicious alternatives that can help you feel your best and support your well-being as you move forward. So, what have you learned so far? What's one thing you can start practicing right away to improve your breakfast habits? I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and share one takeaway that you plan to put into practice in your own life. If you liked this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more valuable insights on health and wellness. Your support means so much, and together we can create a community of individuals committed to aging gratefully and healthily. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you.